You're watching Pyro Media Network.
Thank you for tuning in. If this is your first time joining us, welcome. We hope your experience is fruitful. Please feel free to visit our website to find out how you can join our growing family. While we are loading your experience, please do us a quick favor and hit that like button from whichever platform you're watching or listening on. Also, share so others may enjoy as well. And we hope you would consider hitting that subscribe or follow button so you can check out more of our amazing content. All right, let's start the show.
Why conservatives are always on the wrong side of history. Every century produces the same man, calm, confident, and furious that progress exists. He calls himself a conservative, believes change is dangerous, and assumes history will eventually apologize. It never does. In the 1800s, John C. Calhoun calmly argued that slavery wasn't cruel, but natural, orderly, and good for society. He warned abolition would destroy everything. Slavery ended anyway. Everything survived. When compromise failed, Alexander H. Stephens helped build a nation openly founded on slavery and white supremacy. They called it heritage and stability. They lost the war, lost the argument, and kept complaining. After slavery, groups like the White Citizens Councils insisted segregation was fairness, not oppression. They blocked doors calmly and smiled while enforcing injustice. History stepped around them. They stayed mad. In the 1960s, George Wallace literally stood in a doorway to block integration. He promised resistance forever. History waited briefly and walked past. Josephine Dodge warned that letting women vote would destroy families, morals, and civilization itself. Women voted anyway. Families survived. Civilization barely noticed. When workers demanded safety and weekends, conservatives and the National Association of Manufacturers called unions radical. They hired the Pinkerton Agency to stop them. Workers unionized anyway. Everyone enjoyed Saturdays. After civil rights passed, the Dixiecrats, led by Strom Thurmond, didn't disappear, they switched sides. They gradually moved into the Republican Party, bringing the same resentments with them. New label, same energy. Early conservatives embraced eugenics because cruelty sounds smarter with charts. Figures like Charles Davenport promoted forced sterilization as progress. History reviewed it and buried it in shame. In the 1970s, Anita Bryant warned that gay rights would destroy America. Rights expanded. America remained. The panic aged badly. Today, conservatives fear immigration and replacement, echoing the old Immigration Restriction League. Equality feels like loss when dominance felt normal. History checks the numbers and keeps moving. Every time, conservatives insist this change will end civilization. Every time, civilization continues without them at the center. If you enjoy
it's a ticket talking Mazda for the biggest. That's a comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it, get it. And it's a ticket talking Mazda for the biggest. That's a comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it. And a comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it, get it, get it.
get it. Comma and a comma, gotta get it, get it. And it's a ticket talking Mazda for the biggest. It's a comma and a comma and a comma, gotta get it. A comma and a comma and a comma, gotta get it, get it, get it, get it. Comma and a comma, gotta get it.
What is going on, y'all? We are back with another episode of Pyro Power Hour, the Monday night kickoff. Welcome, everybody. La-di-da-di. First and foremost, a special happy birthday to the one and only Dr. Holt. We got a little segment for him, but I just wanted to get it all out the way because we love our Dr. Holt. We want to show him some love on today. Yes. Shout out to you. Happy birthday, bro. Happy birthday. We appreciate you and you keeping the streets locked and safe over here on Pyro Media Network, along with our gorgeous, amazing Queen Cupcake. We appreciate you guys so dang on much. So happy birthday. Hope you guys are having a wonderful time. And listen, for those who are out there staying warm and staying safe, perfectly, you guys are staying safe right there in the winter storm right now. Listen, I'm hearing a lot of crazy things. Those who I know and love are safe and sound, which I'm very happy for and grateful for. But for those who are still out there who are listening in on the show today, please be safe and be careful out there. And don't try to be anybody's hero. Stay home. Keep your doors locked and keep yourself warm as warm can be. All right. All right, y'all. We got a lot to talk about, but first, I want to see who is in the building, right? So what's going on? Michaela, how you doing, Queen? Thank you for joining on in. Cupcakes, what is going on? What's going on? Cyrus, thank you for joining on in. I appreciate you guys. Who else is in the building? Dr. Holt's in the building. What's up, King? How you doing? Happy birthday to the Professor, Deacon, Doctor, Principal, Apostle, Overseer, Armor Bearer, Evangelist, Usher, Parking Lot Pimp, Dr. Holt. Parking lot pimp is crazy, Cupcake. That's crazy. But yeah. What's up, Keats? How you doing, King? How you doing? -19. Hell no, I stay. That's crazy. Can anyone else hear anything? Did you guys not hear the thing, or is it just me? You guys heard the intro video, correct? Yes, I can hear. Okay, good. Okay, let's see. Okay, so it's just Keats. Okay, you may want to come back out and come back in and refresh the thing. I don't know what to tell you, Keats. Go back. Oh, there you go. Okay, see, Cupcake's already handling it. We've been trying to get this right. You guys, okay, let me catch on up. Inserts twerk. Okay, state of emergency here in Maryland, and we are getting temperatures down into the -1s and 2s, and we're getting more snow this week. Things coming. You're so welcome, King. You're so welcome. I am not responsible for any segments this week. Me and Cupcake have a little special segment for you, but she is responsible. Praise Jesus. I'll let you know. He already knows. I don't even have to say anything. All right, y'all. Let's get into the show. We have a lot to talk about today. We have a lot to get into. Oh my gosh. So much going on. All right, there we go. First and foremost, let's get into the first quarter of the show. Welcome everybody. Lottie Dottie, thank you guys so much for tuning on in. If you are just tuning in, or if you are not, I am innocent, hilarious. If you let everybody know that we are loud, live, and in color, and also hit that like button if you haven't done so. Smash it. And I don't care who you share it to. Did you watch sports this week? I did. I'm very saddened. But we're going to get to that in a few minutes. But yes, I did watch sports this weekend. Yes. Anywho, welcome all the new subscribers. We are constantly growing every week, and I'm loving. So shout out to Pyro Media Network. Shout out to all of the other shows. And also, remember, Cupcake and Dr. Holt are the gladiators of this here chat room. So act right so you don't have to act up. Okay? Cool. All right. So also Pyro Power Hour at gmail.com. It's how you can reach us directly if you want to send in a listen letter, or if you want to send in if you have any topics that you want us to talk about or cover or do research on, or any interesting things that you think we would be interested in. So make sure you guys go ahead and send it into pyropowerhour@gmail.com. Also, if you haven't done so already, make sure you guys are getting notifications. If you're not getting it from whether you're watching on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, you can go ahead and get a direct text message from Pyro Media by texting Blaze, BLAZE, to 833-793-2423. That's 833-793-2423. And you can do so and get messages when we go live or when we upload new content. Okay? And also subscribe to Pyro Media Network. It's not just Pyro Power Hour in here, it's other amazing shows as well. And also hit up that patreon.com/Pyro Media Network. Okay. Definitely hit that up. It is Aquarius season. Whew. The best season of the year is already over. Capricorn season is already done. But Aquarius is here, so kudos to y'all. I like January Aquarius a little bit more, so shout out to y'all. Because y'all still rubbing off of that Capricorn energy, so shout out to y'all. But special happy birthday goes to the one and only Angela Davis. We want to shout out to her. She was born on January 26, 1944 in Birmingham, Alabama. Angela Yvonne Davis is American political activist, philosopher, academic, and author. She is a professor at the University of California, Santa Cruz. So definitely shout out to her. She is a huge activist and a powerful woman in the Black movement. So happy birthday to Angela Davis. Also happy birthday to another queen. To another person, Kurt Franklin. Shout out to you, the king of gospel. Yes. Mm-hmm. Happy birthday, sir. He was born on January 26, 1970 in Fort Worth, Texas. Also, happy birthday to another queen, the one and only Anita Baker. Shout out to her, born January 26, 1958 in Toledo, Ohio. Shout out to Anita Denise Baker. Yes, the songstress herself. And like I said before, we want to give a huge, amazing shout out to the one, the only, Dr. Holt. If you are feeling so inclined to bless him on today and give him a little birthday love, you can hit him up on Cash App at DLee1982. That's right, DLee1982. The professor, the doctor, the principal, the man with the plan, Dr. Holt. Shout out to you, King, and shout out to one of our illustrious pyromaniacs. We appreciate you for all that you do. And not only is he a pyromaniac, he is a gladiator, and he is one of my brothers, not only in Christ, but in the world. My brother from another mother. I appreciate you for all that you do. All right, y'all. We're going to be celebrating Dr. Holt all day today, or all this episode. So make sure you guys, like I said, send him a little love offering at DLee1982. And if you are watching on the replay, go ahead and drop some yellow hearts for Dr. Holt and some birthday cakes for him as well. Cool? All right, let's get on in. To the show. We do not have any. Wait, let me double check because I didn't see any relevant breaking news prior to us going live. Nope, nothing yet. Okay, cool. So let's get on into the rest of the show. This week on the network, okay, this week on Pyro Media Network, we have a packed schedule today, this week rather, and we have some new shows coming in next week, and I'm adding more Pyro Power Hours in the week of during the week. So you'll get one on Tuesday and Thursday. They'll be shorter shows, but they will be, and Thursday won't be so much of a Pyro Power Hour. It'll be more of a check-in. So definitely check that out. But Tuesdays will be like a top 3 Tuesday. We're going to keep Monday night kickoff. And then we're going to also have our Wednesday Pyro Power Hour. And then on Fridays, we'll have Kwame Speaks for sure. Keeping it sweet love. Yes. Mm-hmm. Thank you to everyone. Okay. So make sure you guys check out this week's shows. We have Coffee with Kim is not airing this week, but it's going back into next week. There is no It's Just Kim this week. They're off this week because they're bi-weekly. Yes, they're off this week, but there will be a rerun. Let me double check because I don't want to tell no lies. Hold on. Yes, there will be a rerun tomorrow for It's Just Kim. And then we have Tammy's Take, an all-new Tammy's Take coming back this Wednesday. And then as well, closing out Wednesday evening for Hump Day is Pyro Power Hour. And then we have Dr. Victorious with an all-new show and the one and only Daryl Walter on Friday, bringing you your church news. And in closing out this week, I'm going to be doing a Kwame Speaks live. So make sure you guys check it out this week. All right? We love Pyro Media. Shout out to Pyro Media. Yes, Kwame is going to give us an A selection before the show. I'm going to give you one of my Grammy Award-winning vocals specifically for Dr. Holt. Okay? But we'll get there. So let's go ahead and get into, what is this here? What do we have? Oh, yes. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe. Like I said, it does help the algorithm and let people know that we are here. And that some of us are queer, right? Oh, and comment for those who are watching on the replay. All right, let's get into the second quarter of the episode. All right, so we have the Super Bowl, the upcoming Super Bowl for 2026, y'all. This weekend, my Rams lost, but it's okay. It's okay. We love my Rams. We love the LA Rams. And listen, they played a hell of a game. I ain't gonna lie. The Rams and the Seahawks did a hell of a job, but the Seahawks unfortunately won. Okay, I used to live in Seattle, so the Seahawks was one of my teams, but I am an LA Rams fan. And yes, shout out to Nakua. Yes, Nakua is one of my favorite players on the LA Rams. But yes, they played a hell of a game. They did, and we were in the home stretch. But you know, it's gonna be what it's gonna be. The Patriots won from the Broncos. I didn't watch that game actually. I don't like the Patriots, so I hope that the Seahawks trash them and destroys them come the Super Bowl. I want the Seahawks to poo-poo all over the Patriots. I cannot stand the Patriots. Anywho. Do it for Jesus, okay? Seahawks, do it for Jesus. All right, that's your sports news. Are you satisfied with that, Cupcake? Cool. All right. So let's go ahead. I'm just watching the Super Bowl for the commercial. Yes, I agree. One of my kids is a Seahawks fan, and one of my kids is a Patriots fan. Super Bowl Sunday is gonna be something crazy. Oh, that's gonna be crazy. That's a crazy house. Wow. All right. Well, let's see how it goes. All right, let's move on. Lunel is and I'll be sure has been in the pop culture streets, okay, the social media streets. There was rumors that they were dating, and everybody was like, nah. But apparently they confirmed that they are actually together, Lunel and I'll be sure. Now listen, I had a little crush on I'll be sure. I just think that he's very handsome, and you know, some people are like, well, why are you hating on Lunel because they, you know, got together, and some people saying that she's not deserving of I'll be sure. First of all, mind your business, okay? You don't know what type of love they have. You don't know what relationship, what's in their relationship. He could be making her super happy, and she could be making him super happy, and that's all that matters. So if they are all lovey-dovey, then I'm here for it. And who is to say that Lunel doesn't deserve love? Okay, give her leave them be. Okay, I'm all about black love. Okay, but this is what she had to say in these YouTube streets. Take a look.
I'm about to come back to Vegas, but not quite yet. It's a nice day, huh, babe?
Peace and blessings. What's good? My boo-boo kitty in the building. You know what? We didn't get a chance to wish everyone a happy new year.
Happy New Year.
Blessings. It's going to be beautiful. 2026.
Yeah.
We got something coming for you, too. You already know what it is.
So, first of all, not that we need to really clear anything up, but, you know, that I think that people feel I'm unworthy of your love, darling, because they love you so much,
I'm
honey.
unworthy.
I'm gonna wipe this lipstick off.
And put my tongue all on your face. No, listen, let me tell you something. I have such respect and admiration for. If you only knew the journey, you know, I know I was in a coma and all that. You calling me, talking in my ear while I was, you know, on the other side.
Yeah, there's nothing new.
Nothing new at all. I appreciate you. I honor you. I think you bee's knees, aka my boo kitty in the building.
I always got lipstick on, but
that's okay.
I don't know.
I'm gonna see y'all soon. We got some beautiful things coming, and I'm just so proud.
And I'm on my way back to Vegas shortly.
Are you doing your Vegas show?
No, I'm on vacation.
I was just wishful thinking.
No, but February 1st, I will be back.
February 1st, be there.
You keep trying to send me back to work. I'm not working yet.
You're not working yet? February 1st?
Yeah, I'll go back to work February 1st.
I'll be
there. And then we got that thing to go to in February.
Okay, so we'll let them know later.
Okay.
Peace and
Okay. Like, listen, I'm not going to sit here and poo-poo on anybody's parade. Listen, I'll be sure. And Lunel, if you guys are happy, I'm happy for you. Listen, I don't care. He ain't my man. She ain't my woman. So I'm all about. I really like this shirt. This is a really nice shirt. Anywho, oh yeah, that's with Keith. You talking about Bad Bunny? Bad Bunny. You like Bad Bunny? He's sending you back to work so he can visit his. Oh, girl. Okay, here she go. See, you know, some of these girls they have a birthday and they think they're all out of bag of chips, can't find no onion dip, and so they get loose with the mouth. You know. Anywho, you do you, Lunel. Okay, and you do you, I'll be sure. Y'all be happy. Let's move on. Let's move on. Okay, so Sinners makes Oscar history with a record-breaking 60 nominations. Now, me personally, I think they should get all 16. I really do. I really do. I'm not going to read all the nominations. We'll talk about it when we get closer to the Oscars. But I am so proud of them, and I want to shout out to all of you raggedy. What time? Oh, we're halfway in. Okay, we're 24 minutes in. To all of you raggedy, big backed, no neck having, hating ass bastards. Okay, little limp dick hoes that was sitting there talking all types of mess about Sinners. Okay, saying that it will never go anywhere and giving it all types of bad reviews. Look at you now, looking dumb. Good job, y'all. I'm proud of y'all. I hope you guys take all of it. Every last one of them damn Oscars. Because that was a damn good movie. Shout out to the cast. Shout out to the director. Shout out to everybody like that went to support it. Anywho. Yeah. Did you guys see this situation here? Tyra Banks. Apparently Tyra Banks is doing a documentary on Netflix, which I have to see. It's on America's Next Top Model, and basically it's kind of like all of the behind the scenes, and she said that she felt like she went too far. Take a look at the trailer here.
Rooting for you. We were all rooting for you.
I haven't really said much, but now it's time.
Fashion, model, art.
On America's Next Top Model, we were showing the behind the scenes of what the fashion world was.
I wanted to fight against the fashion industry. The only reason the door was open to me was because of Tyra.
We had an audience of over 100 million people.
I felt like I was part of something so big.
That was a moment where I realized, oh my God, I think we built a monster.
There was a lot of body shaming. You're not thin enough. You're not thin enough.
We are actually going to switch your ethnicities.
Oh, baby girl, baby girl.
Things get crazier and crazier. Going to get a medical procedure as part of a makeover.
Look at my teeth.
Horrific. There is a line that I feel was crossed. He's grabbing my legs.
It was wrong, and for some reason, no one really seemed to see it.
It's a TV show to you guys, but this is my life.
I realized Tyra would do anything for the success of her show.
I knew I went too far.
You want to talk about being slapped across the face
We felt betrayed.
and then slapped right back.
It was very, very intense. But you guys were demanding it. And so we kept pushing more.
Why are we filming this?
And more.
So fucked up.
And more.
I cannot wait for this show. I cannot wait for it. I was a huge America's Next Top Model fan. I'm looking forward to seeing what they have, what they're going to talk about, and I'm going to be talking cash shit about it on the show. So stay tuned for that. We're going to be doing a review on Pyro Power Hour for that. Looking forward to that. Is it coming on? When did they say it's coming on? I literally just saw it. But anyway, when it comes on, it's going to be on Netflix. Did it drop already or no, not yet? Maybe I missed it. Prayers for all the victims. For all the victims. That's my favorite clip. We were rooting for you. We were all rooting. Yeah, listen. That show was everything. But yeah, I'm interested to see what's going on with that. Now, I saw this come across my timeline on Instagram, and I really was like, I thought it was just good information for you guys, whether you have kids or not, and I'm talking about like little kids, or whether you know somebody that has little kids or not. It's really good information to have. There's new tactics that they have for child trafficking and how they're picking up child trafficking, or how they're kind of going about trying to pick up kids. So definitely take a look at this and keep your notes, and let anybody else that is knowing or that may have kids know about this as well. Take a look.
A lady tried to walk off with my daughter at Walmart, and she said this morning I had to run to Walmart with my daughter because she needed notebook paper for school, and I forgot yesterday. So we in there early, and I noticed this lady keeps popping up near us, right? No carts, no basket, just staring at my daughter. And my daughter grabs my hand like, Dad, she keeps watching me, so now I'm watching too. We get to the school supplies aisle. I bend down for like 2 seconds, and my daughter takes one step away from me. And that lady rushes up and grabs my daughter by her arm like, baby, I found you. My daughter froze. So I step in like, man, what the fuck are you doing? And the lady starts crying loud as hell. That's my daughter. That's my baby. Now, everybody in that aisle, or at least close to the aisle, looking at me like I'm the problem. So I pulled my daughter behind me and said, if that's your kid, then what's her name? She froze, didn't say nothing. So, still nothing. So then she hits me with just let me talk to her alone for a second. Alone? Lady, get the fuck from around me. So that's when I knew this wasn't confusion. This was a play. So I grabbed my daughter and started walking off. And as soon as we walked away, her crying stopped instantly. Her face changed, and she looked down the aisle like she was checking for somebody. Then she walked off fast, and I watched her link up with a dude near the front doors. And when he saw me watching, they both dipped out. So I reported it immediately because that wasn't no lost mom. That was somebody trying to create chaos so they could snatch a kid. So make the parent look like the kidnapper. So please watch your kids in Walmart, because they don't always run up and grab them. Sometimes they try to confuse everybody first.
Listen, I am, y'all know how I feel about kids, okay? And so y'all know that these type of situations like freak me out when I see or hear about these type of things. And I know like a lot of times we scroll online and we do all these different things and we're like, this can never happen to us. It doesn't happen to you until it happens to you. So just be aware of, watching your kids, making sure that you're watching where they're at, like keep them close. It's Walmart, and maybe in a Walmart that you frequent, or any type of department store that you frequent or whatever. You may know the area, but just be on the safe side, because there's a lot of chaos, and that's really how people get away with stuff, is that they create chaos and then they commit their operation and move about. These child trafficking circles and cabals and all these different things, these organizations, they are very well maneuvered. Okay, so just be on the safe side when it comes to those things. I'm going to look at contacting somebody I know that works to against anti and bringing child trafficking awareness. I'm going to see if they can come on and talk about those things. So I think it's really important to kind of know those things, just to be aware of not only our own pyromaniacs, but the kids that watch the show or our parents of kids who watch the show. All right, y'all. Let's move on to another situation here. Oh, this was hilarious. Before we go into commercial, we're not going to run a commercial yet. I saw this and I nearly about just passed out. This was hilarious. Have you gone to a nail salon or whatever? And for me personally, when I go and get my, whether it be, to the barber or to the nail salon or pedicure, manicure, wherever I'm getting services at or whatever, I don't leave the house without a shower. It's just not something I don't do. I'm one of the things that people say about me is, oh, you always smell so good. I know, because I clean and I exfoliate, and so I don't understand how people can just not. And first of all, showers are like a spiritual experience for me. So I don't see how you can just go around and just not want to take a shower. It's weird to me. Okay. I know what this is. You know what this is? Take a look at what I saw.
People don't shower too much during the winter time. Am I right?
Yes.
So be honest, it's been a few days, right?
Yes.
See, girl, you don't have to lie to me. I do nail for a long time. I sit in front of people doing pedicure. I can tell the difference between feet smell and Hello Kitty smell. Your Hello Kitty smell ew. Ew. So let me help you out, okay? Hello Kitty smell.
Hello Kitty.
Yeah, go. Girl, I lost my concentration right now. Hold on.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I got you, girl. Here.
Oh my God.
Clean myself up real quick.
Oh, that might help.
Yeah. One's not enough. One not enough.
Oh, well, I'm so sorry.
It's okay. It's winter time. I don't blame you.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna, it happened, but it's cold. I know it's cold. And sometimes
I'm old. And I get tired. And,
I know.
Showers are hard.
It stings a little bit, but I just don't like the smell because sometimes at home I eat enough fish.
Oh,
I don't want to eat fish at the nail salon. I just want to let you know. That's it. But it's okay. Don't worry.
Okay.
Ta-da! See, look. This is good for you, Hello Kitty.
Oh my God.
Okay.
You see?
Oh, bye.
There we go. At least the thing will push it back, moist it up, and then I'll give you a wipe, and you can wipe it.
Sorry. That's crazy. That is crazy. Why are you not watching, y'all? Well, I know it's not any of my pyromaniacs. I know y'all clean. I could smell the sweet sense of y'all through the camera. It's none of my pyromaniacs. Nobody who's watching on Pyro Power Hour right now. Let's move on. It's Bentley time. Remember that that little, what was the comment that Cupcake left? Oh, she said, I'm not responsible for any segments this week. Oh, honey, yes, you are. This is a response. You're responsible for this, honey. So, we said, today we are celebrating Dr. Holt throughout the entire show, and Bentley wanted to send a little happy birthday to his uncle, Dr. Holt. Okay, we want to thank Cupcakes for her AI graphic design. Shout out to her and all that she does. That is a picture of him. Yes. Mm-hmm. And I don't know who the people in the back are, but bless them. Thank you so much for coming through and wishing Dr. Holt happy birthday. Happy birthday, Uncle Holt. That's what he said. Y'all, ain't that so cute? Aww. All right. Okay, y'all good? You got your Bentley time? All right. Where's my little fur nubby? He's actually relaxing. He's sleeping in the other room. Okay. He's so cute. Listen. Oh. Put him in the camera. No, girl, I don't got time for all that. We got work to do. He's sleeping. If I wake him up, I'm gonna send him to you so he can bark at you. He ain't gonna bark at me. He ain't stupid. All right, let's move on. All right, y'all. Before we go to commercial, make sure that you guys, if you want to bless the platform, you can go ahead and do so by hitting up Pyro or Cash App about $ Pyro Media, or you can use the QR code that's on the screen right now. Or if you're listening on on the replay or listening on the podcast, you can go ahead and hit up Cash App $ Pyro Media. Thank you for all those who send Cash Apps throughout the week. We appreciate you, and all those who are watching on the replay. All right, y'all. Let's take a quick commercial break, and when we come back, we're gonna get into what's been going on in this country, y'all. It's a lot going on. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
And it's a ticket talking Mazda for the biggest. That's a comma and a comma and a comma, gotta get it. A comma and a comma and a comma, gotta get it, get it, get it, get it. Comma and a comma, gotta get it, get it.
Hey, it's Dr. Nicole D. Vick from Dr. Victorious, and you're watching Pyro Media Network.
Hey, how y'all doing? Real quick, this is Daryl Walter, host of the Daryl Walter Show. I know. And you are watching Pyro Media Network.
And we are Black, you guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning on in. Make sure you guys are hitting that like button, share, and subscribe, because it does help the algorithm, and we do appreciate all that you guys do. Like I said, we are proudly sponsored and brought to you by Pyro Media Network. Thank you guys for coming on through. We appreciate you. Don't forget to hit that like button, share, and subscribe. Let's get back into the show. Like we said, like I said, happy birthday to Dr. Holt. You can go ahead and make sure that you guys, if you want to bless him on today with some love offerings, you can go ahead and do so. Where is it? Where did I put it? Here it is. You can go ahead and bless him by hitting D. Lee 1982. That's $D. Lee, DLEE 1982 on Cash App. All right. Shout out to Dr. Holt. All right, y'all. Let's get into the third quarter of the show, y'all. Now, I think this is a valid, really, really interesting conversation that we need to have right here. Let's have a conversation about brother Kanye West. Now, a lot of us said that we were going to leave his raggedy ass up in 2025, and we weren't going to talk about his stupid ass no more. But he did send, and I'm not going to read it, but he did send an apology to everybody lottie-dottie. You can go ahead, if you're watching on the replay, you can go ahead and pause it and view at your leisure, or screenshot and view at your leisure. Okay, but he did go ahead and send an apology and saying to the Black community, to the Jewish community, and he said that he was sorry. Okay, now this brings up a question: do we forgive him? Do we forgive him? Because a lot of us were like, damn, Yee, what happened? What's wrong with you? Why would you do this? And I even thought, well, maybe he's just, he's just having a situation when it comes to like, maybe he's just in a sunken place. Maybe he needs a little flash. Maybe he got a little flash, And he did bring up in his letter that he is suffering from bipolarism. So do we give him a chance based off of his acknowledgement, his realization that he has a problem? Do we welcome him back into the fold? Or do we just look at him like, girl, you still in the sunken place? And then what does this say? Forgive but never forget. Oh, look at you, such a good Christian. Ah, Keats. God bless. Here he go, take a bath. Aren't you a minister of music or something, sir? We can't forgive him, but we always have to be on alert. Oh, we can forgive him, which what I think you meant to say, but we always have to be on alert. I agree. We could have told him that. No, you don't forgive him, Dr. O? Okay, that's a shame. That's a shame. But what does it say about people like Stacey Dash, right? Like she came back into the fold. She did the acknowledgement and all the stuff or whatever. And she and I don't mind someone who is conservative. I just have a problem if you're MAGA. I think there's a difference. I really do. I think if you just have different political ideologies when it comes to how to get to a particular goal, then we can debate that. But when you start going into situations like MAGA, where they just don't want a person like me to exist, and they want things to go back into slavery times, that's an issue. And then what does this mean for people like Nicki Minaj, Onika? Does this mean that we can actually, eventually if she comes back into the fold and we can forgive her? Will we invite her back into the proverbial cookout? Is this something that can be done? And what about good old Candace Owens? I mean, she don't give a shit about nobody when it comes to the Black community, but you know what? That part, that's a whole nother conversation. Let me call immigration. Oh my God! But what does this mean that we can forgive them too? When they come back into the light? I don't know. These are all questions. These are all things that should be discussed. Oh, not Cupcake saying absolutely the F9. Oh my God. No, we can't forgive those two when it comes to comment. I'm assuming you meant come up. Wait. Oh, Kanye. He took full accountability and he knew. And he knows he has serious issues. So what happens if Candace comes back and says, "Y'all, I have seen the lights." And what happens if Onika says, "Girl, y'all, I was on some serious angel powder stuff, and I was not here. I was not of right mind, sound, and body." Do we forgive her? These are all questions. Because how is it good for the goose and not the gander? One must ask. I mean, you're not going to catch me on the coon train, but that's just me. But I'm just saying, like, do we forgive? We'll see how it goes. Let's move on, shall we? Erica Kirk. Now, Erica Kirk has been in the streets. Speaking of Candace Owens, has been. I mean, you thought you saw a reality show, honey. You think that the baddies Summer and Dolly and Big Lex are having issues on behind the scenes, and Natalie Nunn having arguments with Natalie on social media streets. Girl, if y'all actually watch some of the stuff that they say back and forth on Twitter with each other, it is hilarious. The girls are fighting. But that's not why I brought this up. It's something about Erica Kirk. Remember I told you I couldn't put my finger on it? But I don't trust the little raggedy girl? I think I figured it out. And it seems to be a common denominator with a lot of these damn MAGA girls. Take a look at what I found out.
Hey, Erica, what about the guys you dated before Charlie?
I was here for 5 years. I never dated here because I saw vicariously through my roommate how terrible it was.
You were proposed to by Charlie in 2020. You started dating him in 2018. And 3 years before that, we're dating this guy, Tyler Massey. I mean, you guys would do couples photo shoots. This is still online. And this is only 3 years before you started dating Charlie.
He's in heaven.
Yeah, and 2 years later, you were dating this guy, Cabot Phillips, and here he is posting you guys on his public page saying, yes, we're that couple who gets painting lessons together. Again, this is a year before you started dating Charlie, and well within the 5-year period you claim to have never dated anyone, but you were out here dissing your roommate for dating.
I always thought it was very strange how she would go to drinks with one guy and then go to dinner with another. Somehow getting drinks was the replacement of having coffee and breakfast. I personally would rather have coffee or brunch with someone than go. I don't drink. I find it unproductive.
Why are you here drinking and dating on a reality show that actually was filmed the year you met Charlie? So you obviously were dating. So I'm not understanding your timeline. I mean, you're talking to a guy here who's asking you out on a date and you're taking his number? And here you are on your date.
I've honestly spent the majority of my life being one of the most sought-after bachelors. Oh, great. But I'm just really excited to spend some one-on-one time with Erica. I really do like her, and I'm excited to get to know her a little bit more.
Erica, hello? I just want to understand how you so confidently lied to our faces when this footage was on national television. And you know the footage is out there. The pictures of your boyfriends that you dated are still public online. And you know that, but you still lie like this.
Stop.
Wait, isn't Cabot Phillips your ex-boyfriend? Why is he now the speaker of Turning Point USA? Leading speeches of how to lead like Charlie. What's going on, Erica?
Stop.
He's also the senior editor for the Daily Wire, the one outlet that your husband was having active beef with at the time. Connected to Netanyahu, so
stop.
Right. So what else are you lying about? Because you're a liar. Point blank period. You're a liar. And we just proved that. So this is still publicly accessible on social media. And you lied about that. You also lied about dating, but you were on a reality show dating the same year you met Jesse. You know what I mean? What else are you lying about? Like bigger things? Are you lying about bigger things? Because this is small and you'd really easily with like a straight face, you lie. So like what, you know? Because sure.
Stop.
What a tangle web we weave, huh? But this is just the first of many lies that we're going to find out with this GOP, with this MAGA base, with these people who are in critical positions within the MAGA base that we're going to talk about on tonight. Back to you, Erica. I told you I didn't trust you. And I couldn't put my finger on it. I'm sure some other people have, clearly. But I couldn't put my finger on it. And now I've realized I don't want to. Let's move on. All they do is lie. Oh, yes. All they do is lie. And we're going to find out how much of a lie and how deep the lie goes. Let's get into the top story of today. Okay? I won't be before you guys long, I promise. But I want to really get this and iron this out because I'm confusion. Okay? And I believe that the devil is the author of confusion. So why am I confused about what the hell am I seeing and what's being portrayed out here? Let's take a look at the what's going on with ICE, the Department of Homeland Security and ICE, huh? Shall we? Now, a week or so ago, we are still dealing with the situation that happened with the unaliving of Renee Good. Okay, but people were saying, oh, well, you know, she did this and she did that and she was in the wrong and all this stuff. And there was a lot of debate because we couldn't get all of the angles. Take a look at this study that just happened in France, of all places.
Using the same video forensic tools as agencies like the FBI, this nonprofit group is giving us a unique look at Renee Good's fatal shooting.
We're based in Paris, France, and we specialize in visual forensics.
Francesco Sebregondi says he and his colleagues at Index are able to combine videos and create animations based on frame matching between multiple videos and photogrammetry, which Index says provides highly accurate measurements of time and distance that allows them to create animations.
And so, for example, we can place in the 3D model the vehicle exactly in the position as we see them in the images, but then are able to look at the scene from another angle because we have a 3D model of the scene.
The videos show angles from behind goods car, from above, and from the video recording by the phone of the agent who fired the shots. Here is what Index concluded. The study is inconclusive as to whether goods car actually did or did not make contact with the ICE agent in front of it. The Index study says it is clear that the agent was seen alongside the car as it turns to the right and is no longer a threat of running him down. And at this point, he fires a second shot at Good through the driver's side window, and then a third.
It was not an immediate physical danger, as in particular with regards to the second and third shot, as I think it can be seen when we freeze the video itself, but also more clearly once we change angle within a 3D model.
With Good mortally wounded, the car goes out of control down the street and crashes. DHS's use of force policy says that an agent should avoid placing himself in front of a vehicle that could be a threat and advises against shooting at moving vehicles. Beyond questions about whether the shooting was within DHS or DOJ regulations, the question over whether the second and third shots could be justified legally may never be tested in a court of law. The Deputy Attorney General previously announced that the agent's actions were justified and will not be subject to criminal investigation.
Of course, we're investigating the Renee Good shooting, but we're investigating them in a way that respects people's rights.
Sabra Gandhi says Index will continue monitoring the shooting as new elements and any new images emerge.
So after all this, I mean, we can have the debates and the discussions all you want. You know, that study, that case study, and the visuals were clear. But after the whole Renee Good situation, we started having protests within Minnesota, okay, specifically Minneapolis, okay? Now, just this weekend, we had another unaliving, okay? This is Alex Peretti. He was a VA nurse. A nurse. And he was unalived. Now, I'm not going to play the video. I just feel like it's been overplayed, and I just, out of respect for his family, I think everybody has seen it already. And if you haven't, it's literally on every freaking news station. I just don't want to play it here on Pyro Power Hour. But this led to massive protests within Minnesota. The city of Minneapolis, they did a massive walkout. Thousands upon thousands upon thousands of people descended upon the city and was marching, peacefully protesting in honor of Alex Peretti. And it's interesting because these are the things that are being talked about in the news cycle.
They were promising on-the-spot hiring to where you could, in fact, walk out with...
Oh, my apologies. Let me set this up. So a lot of us are asking, well, what type of training are these ICE agents getting? What type of what type of policies are they following? And so there was a journalist that went in, an independent journalist that went in and applied for to become an ICE agent. Take a look at this. This is a very interesting situation.
They were promising on-the-spot hiring to where you could, in fact, walk out with your $50,000 bonus that day, possibly. I went in, I handed in my resume, which was, I did a skills-based resume. I'm a veteran. I served 2 tours in Afghanistan. So on the surface, the resume looked pretty good. Had a very brief interview, took all of 6 minutes. They didn't ask very many questions. And then I left, assuming I would never hear back, because I'm a very Googleable person. I have an unusual name. I'm the only Laura Jadid on the internet. And I make no secret of how I feel about ICE and Trump and all of it. So I was not expecting several days later to receive a tentative offer. I missed it in my inbox and it sunk to the bottom, which means that I never filled out the paperwork they requested. I never accepted the tentative offer. I never filled out my background check paperwork. I never signed the affidavit saying I committed no domestic violence crimes, none of it. A few weeks later, I got a message from LabCorp saying that ICE wanted me to do a drug test, and I went ahead and did that. I was pretty sure I wouldn't pass. I'd partaken in legal cannabis 6 days before the test, but why not waste some of their money, right? And then 9 days after that, I decided I wanted to, I was curious, had they processed the drug test yet? So I logged onto the ICE hiring portal, and what I found was that not only did the drug test not seem to be relevant, I was listed as having joined ICE as of 3 days earlier. I had listed that I had accepted the offer. They had offered me a final position as a deportation officer. My background check was listed as completed 3 days into. They were promising on-the-spot hiring to where you.
Okay, I accidentally messed that up, but that's fine. The bottom line is that these people are coming in. She was literally hired, basically almost same day. And when she went back to log in to check to see the status of her application, she noticed that she was accepted, not only accepted, but it was put on there that she joined ICE when she hadn't even accepted the offer. Okay, and it was already predated 3 days from the time that she had did her drug test. So the drug test couldn't have came back. The approval, she hadn't even accepted the offer. Okay, the offer hadn't even gone out yet. So it's like, how are you even giving me an offer for like, you're just putting people in there. Now, I want to explain to you guys a little bit about, just very briefly, on how I joined the military. First of all, I had to pass a PT test. Okay, that was first and foremost. So I had to go through weeks and weeks of training to get myself to even meet the bare minimum of what they were requesting. Then I had to take a test. Okay, the ASVAB. That took a couple of weeks because I had to study for it. Okay, it's like basically taking an SAT for the military. Okay, then I had to get interviewed by when you go to the MEPS, which is the Military Enrollment Processing Center, whatever. But I had to go there and take a test, and that's why I took the ASVAB. But before that, I had to get an interview, and they asked me questions, and it was like 30 minutes of like interviewing and saying, oh, what type of job do you want? What are your skills? What do you have any issues toward? And this is before Obama did repealed Don't Ask, Don't Tell. So I couldn't, they asked, are you involved in any type of homosexuality? Blah blah, all this stuff, whatever. All these questions, and so it wasn't just a 6-minute interview. You're going to be handling a weapon for the United States. So you're a federal agent basically. You're like an armed serviceman. So you don't just come up in there and just get something and just call it a day. Oh, here's a weapon. Call it, have at it. That's crazy. And then there was a drug test. First of all, it didn't matter if you smoked weed or not. If you popped hot on the drug test, you couldn't join. Period. And I think you had to wait a couple of months before you even tried to get back in. And then depending on the type of drug that you smoked or that you popped hot for, depending on how long or if you were even permanently barred. Crazy. And that's the military. So they're just letting these people have military grade weapons and coming onto the streets of the country. That's crazy. Wild. But there's a little bit of glimmer of hope, right? We had the governor, the candidate for the governorship of Minnesota withdrew, and this is a GOP Republican withdrew his candidacy. Take a look.
Today, I announced the end of my campaign. I have two primary reasons for this decision. Number one, I cannot support the National Republican's stated retribution on the citizens of our state, nor can I count myself a member of a party that would do so. I support the originally stated goals of Immigrations and Customs Enforcement's Operation Metro Surge in locating and deporting the worst of the worst from our state. And I've seen many examples of ICE arresting non-U.S. citizens in Minnesota convicted of serious crimes, including murder, rape, and child sexual assault. No reasonable person should want these people here, and I am glad that they are gone. But Operation Metro Surge has expanded far beyond its stated focus on true public safety threats. United States citizens, particularly those of color, live in fear. United States citizens are carrying papers to prove their citizenship. That's wrong. ICE has authorized its agents to raid homes using a civil warrant that need only be signed by a Border Patrol agent. That's unconstitutional and it's wrong. Weaponizing criminal investigations against political opponents is unconstitutional, regardless of who is in power. Republicans and Democrats alike have engaged in this misconduct, and both must be held to the same standard. They need to do better. And I have read about and I have spoken to countless United States citizens who have been detained in Minnesota due to the color of their skin. I personally have spoken to several law enforcement officers, some Hispanic and some Asian, who have been pulled over by ICE on pretextual stops. Driving while Hispanic is not a crime. Either is driving while Asian. At the end of the day, I have to look my daughters in the eye and tell them I believe I did what was right. And I am doing that today.
Did you also tell your daughters that you joined the MAGA base? Did you tell them that when you first? Now all of a sudden you have a whole epiphany. Now listen, good on you for doing all this, or whatever. But at the end of the day, you know that the Republican Party is going to have a huge day of reckoning, and I think you're jumping ship because you see it coming. But that's just me. What do I know? It's not just the own GOP. There's a lot of people that are having issues with this whole situation. Check out what happened on The View today.
My jaw was on the floor hearing some of the most senior Trump officials basically denying the existence of the Second Amendment.
I don't know of any peaceful protester that shows up with a gun and ammunition rather than a sign.
I've been to a protest. Yeah. Guess what? I didn't bring a gun. I brought a billboard.
You cannot bring a firearm loaded with multiple magazines to any sort of protest that you want. It's that simple.
Something that is sacrosanct in the Republican Party. Yes. And the reason I think that this is breaking through in a way that previous scandals have not is because you now have gun rights groups, including the NRA, coming out saying responsible public voices should be awaiting a full investigation, not making generalizations and demonizing law-abiding citizens. You've got calls for investigations from Gun Owners of America, the Second Amendment Foundation, Minnesota Gun Owners Caucus. And what I found the most rich about this is you've got folks, the FBI director said it, alleging that you would never bring a concealed carry or a permitted carry to a protest. My friend Sarah Longwell at the Bulwark pulled images of all over the country, state capitol protests, COVID protests, January 6th, where you had people who had their guns displayed, and guess what? They walked away alive. They were not gunned down 10 times because that is your right in this country. And I'm sorry, it feels very Orwellian, but whatever the government tells you, that does not make your constitution.
That's wonderful, Alyssa. I like you. You're one of the few conservatives that I actually say, hey, girl. But hold on, what did the company say? Yes, it's Velvet. I want to go back to what they've been saying, oh, you can't bring weapons to a protest or whatever. Then what's this? You guys remember who he is? That's Kyle Rittenhouse. The one that people were saying that the very same people were saying that you can't bring a weapon to a protest are the same people that were advocating for this man or this little boy. This demon, saying that the one that quote unquote he was being a hero, he was helping during the Black Lives Matter protests. Remember him? Remember the one that got acquitted for unaliving protesters? But I thought you just said that you should not bring weapons to a protest. Oh, the tale we weave. Oh, how the tides have changed to fit your narrative. I mean, just really. Yes, you can in Texas, and you can in Minnesota. It's open carry. It's an open carry state. But y'all was, and then also going back to the NRA and these gun lobbyists that were sitting there. First of all, we wouldn't be having these issues if you gave common sense gun laws and approved that instead of fighting against it. Now you want to show face. Now you want to try to fix the problem that you guys started and created. Miss me with that. Oh, check this out.
A major change in the Trump administration's operations in Minnesota in the wake of the fatal shooting of Alex Preddy. President Trump sending his border czar Tom Homan to oversee immigration enforcement in the state, saying Homan will, quote, report directly to me.
Mr. Homan is the point person for cooperating with state and local authorities and corresponding with them, again, to achieve this level of cooperation to subdue the chaos on the streets of Minneapolis.
Border Patrol Commander-at-Large Greg Bovino is expected to leave Minneapolis tomorrow, according to multiple sources. The White House today distancing itself from comments Saturday by Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem and senior advisor Stephen Miller, who accused Preddy of domestic terrorism.
I have not heard the president characterize Mr. Preddy in that way.
But Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt also pointing the finger at Minnesota's Democratic leaders.
This tragedy occurred as a result of a deliberate and hostile resistance by Democrat leaders in Minnesota.
Earlier Monday, Minnesota Governor Tim Walz called President Trump to talk about how the two can work together to find a solution to the unrest over ICE operations. The president posting on social media that he and Walz seem to be on a, quote, similar wavelength. A spokesperson for Walz saying the president agreed to, quote, look into reducing the number of federal agents in Minnesota. Walz called the conversation productive, but in a new Wall Street Journal op-ed writes, I have repeatedly appealed to President Trump to lower the temperature, but he refuses. State and local officials say weeks of protests have had a negative impact on police officers who are spread thin and exhausted.
Well, I'm hopeful that folks can get together, that cooler heads will prevail, and that we can figure this thing out. Because regardless, the current situation is not sustainable.
Democrats are now vowing to oppose a package that includes funding for the Department of Homeland Security and 5 other departments. If they do not vote for passage, it could mean a partial government shutdown at the end of the week. Karen.
And it should be a partial government shutdown. I want to talk. You said something, Keats, earlier. You said border czar. Yeah, it's a border czar. Tom Homan is the current border czar right now. He is the. They'd be making them names stuff like that, but they tried to call Kamala Harris a border czar as well. But Tom Homan's a border czar for this particular administration. This is Brovini, Greg Brovini. Okay, he is the current chief of Border Patrol, if I'm not mistaken. This was his interview after the Alex Preddy, I guess, unaliving. Here we go.
And I know you can see it there, and I want to ask you about what you're seeing, because multiple angles of this incident show him holding up a cell phone and recording it, not a gun. Did he at any point pull out his weapon?
Dana, good morning, and thanks for having me. The weapon, and we do know that the suspect did bring a weapon, a loaded 9mm high-capacity handgun to a riot. We do know that. As far as what happened in that intervening moment with the video that you just showed, that's going to come to light through the investigation. That's being investigated. And those facts and those questions will be answered soon enough.
You can see a screenshot of an agent in a green jacket approach Preddy, and then he appeared to take a gun away. When the agent took the gun away, which seems as though it was Preddy's gun, that happened before Preddy was shot. Why was an unarmed man shot multiple times by law enforcement, by your Border Patrol agents?
Dana, you don't know he was unarmed. I don't know he was unarmed. That's freeze frame adjudication of a crime scene via a photo. That's why we have investigators. That's why we have an investigation that is going to answer those questions. How many shots were fired? Who fired shots? Where was the guns? Where were the guns located? All those questions are going
Sir,
to be answered.
I think you can see the screen.
In the investigation. We're not going to adjudicate that here on TV in one freeze frame there.
Okay, it's not a freeze frame. We're showing a video of one of your agents taking the gun away, and that happened before Preddy was shot.
We don't know that agent was taking any gun away. That could have been the agents, because we don't know that. The facts are going to come to light.
So you're disputing the video that that's what happened?
With an investigation. That's why we investigate.
Well, with respect, you say that's why we investigate, but you're also drawing other conclusions that sort of fly in the face of waiting for an investigation.
Girl, don't sit here and piss on me and call it rain, girl. Because you just sat here and said, oh, we have to wait for the investigation. We can't draw conclusions. But y'all was the same ones that said that Renee Good was a domestic terrorist. And then you started out saying that Alex Peretti was a domestic terrorist. And that he was brandishing a gun and that he was going there threatening and acting all aggressive. We saw the damn video. We're not stupid. I know you think we're stupid. I don't know what reality you're in, but you can't white-splain this away. We saw the video, bro. But I have some questions. Who is Greg Bovini? Let's find out, shall we?
Look, everyone, gather round. We're going to make Greg Bovino a star. Today, in Green Cards for me, but not for thee, we're talking about the whittle guy, Gregory Bovino, the bravest little soldier leading the Ice Brigade and the public face of Donnie T's deportations. And since Greg loves the spotlight, we're going to give it to him. And it turns out, Gregory has some skeletons in the closet that he doesn't want us talking about, which means we're talking. Greg Bovino was raised in Blowing Rock, North Carolina, in a family descended from Italian immigrants. That's right, his great-grandfather was an Italian immigrant who lived in the United States for 15 years before deciding to apply for his U.S. citizenship. Uh-oh. So yes, the man who has made an entire career hunting, policing, and punishing immigrants comes from the exact kind of immigration story that would never be tolerated under the system that he enforces today. And while Greg is out parading as an SS officer telling the public that he's getting the real dangerous criminals, like those convicted of DUIs and murder, his own father was imprisoned for that very thing. On June 6, 1981, Gregory's dad, Michael Bovino, who was then the owner of the local bar, the Library Club, left work intoxicated, smashed into a car, and killed 26-year-old Janie Mae Mitchell. He was charged with manslaughter, pleaded guilty to death by a motor vehicle, and was sentenced to just 1 year in jail. And shortly after that, the family had to file for bankruptcy, sell the bar, and the parents divorced, which many of those who knew him then credit to creating the angry, desperate to prove himself little fella that we see today. And of course, nobody's responsible for their parents' actions. But when you build your entire brand and career around punishing other people's families, who you call the worst of the worst, even though many don't have any criminal convictions at all, then we need to talk about the hypocrisy. And ever since Greg was a littler boy, he's always wanted to be a border patrol agent. And now Greg has spent his entire adult life doing just that. Except, well, now he's far away from the border that he's supposed to be securing, and instead terrorizing American cities in order to put on a show for Donnie T and his base.
He's an angry elf.
Which, unsurprisingly, has kept him in some legal trouble. Just a few months ago, a federal judge found that he lied under oath about using tear gas during one of his Chicago operations. The judge also found that Greg lied about tackling a protester because video footage later showed him doing exactly that. And we know from history, I was just doing my job has never been a very good shield. Oh, and with all the time that Greg spends at the southern border, you really think he could have picked up some affordable dental care along the way. Can someone get this guy a juice box and a history?
Yeah, girl, I don't know about her. But there are rumors, we have not been able to verify it yet, but there are rumors that he has been fired and terminated, but we have not been able to confirm that yet. He has been reassigned, so he will be leaving Minnesota tomorrow, along with a couple of other agents, which is why Tom Holden is coming in. But there are rumors that he's been terminated. We'll see. Let's get to this MAGA Botox-filled raggedy crater face wink. That is the director or the secretary of the DHS, Department of Homeland Security. Okay. Oh, look at her. Girl, how do you have that much money and you just can't afford skincare? Like, I don't understand. Like, what you can't get Tatcha or La Mer or something like nothing? Fenty? These are the lies. The lies. Take a look.
A second U.S. citizen has been killed by federal agents. The Trump administration has made a lot of claims about the victim, Alex Preddy, and how things played out. But videos tell a different story. So we're going to do something a little unusual. We're going to play a video of DHS Secretary Kristi Noem's description of the events. At the very same time, we're going to show you the footage so that you can judge for yourself. And a warning here, this video is very hard to watch. Take a look.
An individual approached U.S. Border Patrol officers with a 9mm semi-automatic handgun. The officers attempted to disarm this individual, but the armed suspect reacted violently. Fearing for his life and for the lives of his fellow officers around him, an agent fired defensive shots. Medics were on the scene immediately and attempted to deliver medical aid to the subject, but he was pronounced dead at the scene. The suspect also had 2 magazines with ammunition in them that held dozens of rounds. He also had no ID. This looks like a situation where an individual arrived at the scene to inflict maximum damage on individuals and to kill law enforcement.
So we wanted to play that for you to see what she is saying and what the video shows. Now, of course, this incident has brought massive protests across the city of Minneapolis. Local police and state investigators say they were initially denied access to the scene even after getting a court order from a judge. They did get access eventually, but not until the next day, and they are still investigating. There is also a federal investigation led by an office of the Department of Homeland Security, but not the FBI.
And what's crazy to me is that, you know, we already know she just is she's sickening. I've never seen this much Botox in somebody. Like, girl. Can you smile? Is it hard? Does it hurt? Oh, plastic face. It's just the sheer disrespect and the sheer just like, I don't give a damn and I'm just going to stick with my lies. Okay? Here's how we know that you're a liar.
You talk about meeting some world leaders and one specific one. Quote, I remember when I met with North Korean dictator Kim Jong-un, I'm sure he underestimated me, having no clue about my experience staring down little tyrants. I've been a children's pastor after all. Did you meet Kim Jong-un?
Well, you know, as soon as this was brought to my attention, I certainly made some changes and looked at this passage. And I've met with many, many world leaders. I've traveled around the world. As soon as it was brought to my attention, we went forward and have made some edits. So I'm glad that this book is being released in a couple of days and that those edits will be in place and that people will have the updated version.
So you did not meet with Kim Jong-un. That's what you're saying.
You know, I've met with many, many world leaders. I've traveled around the world. I think I've talked extensively in this book about my time serving in Congress, my time as governor, before governor, some of the travels that I've had. I'm not going to talk about my specific meetings with world leaders. I'm just not going to do.
Girl, really? Everybody else talks about their specific travels and specific meetings with their world leaders because it's about advertisement. It's about showing that you've met different people, that you're well networked. Now you're not going to talk about it? It's in your book that you wrote, lying ass. But why are we surprised? Because look, consider your boss, consider the source, and who hired your raggedy ass. He is the liar in chief. So why are we surprised? But now he wants to backtrack, and now he wants to try to fix shit. You already posted on Truth Social that you thought that he was that Alex Peretti was a Peretti was a domestic terrorist. So now what? Now you're backtracking, and you got your little state voice and reporter giving out some BS. But let's get into the fourth quarter of the show. And let's do a little team huddle real quick. Huddle up, my niggas. Huddle up. Is our democracy in crisis? I mean, that's a valid question. It's a very valid question. I think it is. I think that we have tested the limits of this experiment. I think that we are in an inflection point when it comes to where things are. I thought that the Renee Good situation was going to wake people up. Apparently, that wasn't enough, and we're just letting people go on and on and on when it comes to ICE. But here's where I want to really focus on the situation at hand, because this is not just a Republican situation. This is a Democrat situation too. We have Democrats that have voted to expand the bill, to push the bill forward. There's a bill that could have defunded ICE for the rest of the year, and it would have failed had certain Democrats that joined in the House would have not voted for it. First and foremost, there wasn't enough Republicans for it to be voted for. It would have failed anyway. So you just help them. So I see y'all. A lot of y'all are not going to be there in the midterms anyway, because you're not going to be up for re-election. Or excuse me, you're not going to be trying to go back and try to run for re-election. So now it's up to the Senate to fix this. You have an opportunity as people, as constituents, to call your constituent and complain and use your voice. Flood these phone calls. Flood their phones. This is not a blue or red situation. This is not a Democrat or Republican situation. Because to be quite honest with you, both of the parties suck right now. I'm sorry. It's what it is. One sucks more than the other. But the sucking is sucking. You both suck. One is just we're just going to bend over to white supremacy. That's what y'all are doing. And then the other one also doing some weird white supremacy shit, but that's a whole nother conversation. But y'all are just cowtailing to everything. Y'all not even showing any type of strength in what you do have. Because you got arrogance. You got cocky. And you thought everything was in the bag. You didn't learn your lesson from the the Clinton campaign. And you sure as hell clearly didn't learn your lesson when Kamala Harris was running. But that's a whole nother conversation. We got a problem, y'all. We got a serious, serious problem. All I can say is buckle up, because this doesn't look good from my observation. And I'm in this. This is what I do. This is my wheelhouse. Politics is what I do. It's what I study. It's for some of y'all like church stuff. Some of y'all like reality TV. This is a big reality TV show for me when it comes to politics. Except we have to live in it. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe if you have not done so already. If you're watching on the replay, please do so. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed the show. I enjoyed hanging out with you guys. Make sure you guys join our Patreon. We appreciate you. And this has been another wonderful episode of the Monday Night Kickoff. I'll see you guys on the next one. Stay blessed, stay stress-free, and I'll see you on the next one. Put some yellow hearts in there, and I'll see you when I see you on Wednesday. Peace out, y'all. Bye.
comma, gotta get it, get it, get it, get it. Comma and a comma, gotta get it, get it. And it's a ticket talking Mazda for the biggest. That's a comma and a comma and a comma, gotta get it. And a comma and a comma and a comma, gotta get it, get it, get it, get it. Comma and a comma, gotta get it, get it. And it's a ticket talking Mazda for the biggest. That's a comma and a comma and a comma, gotta get it. And a comma and a comma and a comma, gotta get it, get it, get it, get it. Comma and a comma, gotta get it, get it. Gotta get it, get it.
Thank you for watching Pyro Media Network. For more information, please visit pyromedianetwork.com.